Test 7, Section 9, Question 15. The question here has given us this figure, and the question says the cube shown above has edges of length 2. So the edges of length equal to 2, and A and B are midpoints of the two edges. What is the length of AB? Answer choice A says a root 2. Answer choice B is a root 3. Answer choice C says a root 5. Answer choice D says a root 6. And answer choice E is a root 10. Now let's see how do we work out this question. What we know is all the edges are of length 2. Let's name this as a C. So in that case, what we know is AC is 1 because A and B are the midpoints. And if we say this is D, then we know that even this is 1. Okay, so now let's see how do we work this out. To answer this question, we need to find out the length of AB, which is this length. But we cannot really see any relations here. But if we do a bit of drawing from our side, maybe we would get something. For example, let's say if we join AD, then we have a triangle ABD, which is a right angle triangle at angle BDA, out of which we already know that BD is equal to 1. We don't know what is AD, we don't know what is AB. So let's first calculate AD. So if we look at triangle, in triangle ACD, we know AC is equal to 1, CD is given as 2, we need to calculate AD. So if we put, again this is a right angle triangle, so if we use the Pythagoras theorem here, what we know is AC squared plus CD squared would be equal to AD squared. AC is given as 1, so it is 1 squared plus CD is 2 squared is equal to AD squared, which becomes 1 plus 4 equals AD squared, or we get AD equals a root 5. So now we have two lengths, this is 1 and this is a root 5, we need to find out this. So now let's put in triangle ABD, we know that BD is equal to 1, we know AD is equal to root 5 and AB is to be calculated. If we apply the Pythagoras theorem here, what we know is BD squared plus AD squared would be equal to AB squared. BD we already know is 1, so this is 1 squared plus AD is a root 5 whole squared, which is equal to AB squared, which becomes 1 plus root 5 squared is a 5 is equal to AB squared, or we get AB equals a root 6, which matches with answer choice D, so that is the correct answer. As you can see, a question number 15, which looked like a bit complicated, can be worked out in a very simple way because of some basic rules. So it is very important to keep the basic rules in mind, which are very important. So please go back and refer to the geometry introduction videos so that you are good and you become better with the basics.